Sup everyone, Darkscream 217 here, and today I'm going to review Season 2 of the melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya, but I'm gonna have to get my frustration out with a particular story arc that kind of plagued the reputation of this season. So I'm actually going to start things off with ranting about a certain infamous arc that really should have never been made in the first place. Part 2 will cover about everything else, as well as the animation, whatever, and all the basic stuff that I cover in my review. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? The Endless 8 story arc of the melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya Season 2 has got to be one of the worst, laziest arcs I've ever seen, if not the worst and laziest of them all. I really don't know how anyone could defend this arc saying that it was well written or a work of genius. I really can't. It's not even one of those so bad it's funny or good things too, like Garzy's Wing. Endless 8 is more like, I can't believe someone took time to make it this bad. However, like the name, the Endless 8 takes about 8 episodes out of 15 in the season, which is about a little more than half, so yeah, that puts a huge dent right there. Now, as my thoughts on the entire Haruhi series, I actually like the series. You know, the first season had some ups, like the baseball episode, the festival episode, and that little Mikuru movie. I don't know why it was the first episode, but I still liked it. However, the show had some downs, such as the episode where the animation budget crapped and it spent most of the time focusing on Yuki Nagato reading a book. Deep. Hell, I even like Haruhi-chan Heroine so much I actually picked up the DVD series, and I even own a couple volumes of the manga. Now, I have yet to see The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. I will soon. I already mentioned I was going to review that. And I do recommend giving at least Season 1 a chance if you haven't already. Be warned, your opinion on Haruhi, the character, not the series. Your opinion on her may vary. I really don't hate her all that much, but I do understand why she could be intolerable to others. But back to the Endless 8. When I went to pick up the DVD, I kinda knew what I was getting myself into. But at the same time, I was hoping I would actually enjoy the Endless 8 arc. Maybe it wasn't as bad as people make it out to be. Maybe they're exaggerating. Maybe it isn't the same thing over and over again. Because nobody would make that. Nobody. You know, when I preview in the next episode, I'm going to be like, well, there's no way I'm going to be watching the exact same episode I was watching last time. But I watched the same episode! I still wanted to see this, because I admit I am rather masochistic and I do enjoy some bad stuff in the media out there. But this was bad, and I marathoned this, which took like, what, over 3 hours? That's how much I want to say. It's probably worse for people who are waiting for new episodes weekly, but in my case, I still think it was pretty painful. Here's some little trivia about Endless 8. It is adapted from the novels, but I heard it wasn't even that long, probably 30 pages, I don't know. It only narrates the very last loop. And the term Endless 8 didn't mean make 8 episodes of this. The 8 in Endless 8 was actually referring to the 8th month of the year, August. So, actually, the title should have been really titled Endless August. I guess 8 just rolls better off the tongue, preceded by Endless. Well, as for the writers, they definitely perceive something else because, well, let's get into it, shall we? The Endless 8 arc begins as the second episode of Haruhi Season 2, after Bamboo Leaf Rhapsody. Kion watches a baseball game out of boredom and gets a phone call from Haruhi telling him to meet her and the rest of the SOS Brigade club members to do a variety of summer vacation activities. That's basically the entire episode right there. Just a montage of them doing various vacation activities. Nothing special. So as a standalone episode, it was meh. And that was the first episode. Now take that same first episode, redraw the scenes, slightly alter the line delivery, and add a couple of new scenes. That's the second episode. Now take that episode and do the exact same thing I just mentioned before, except for adding or changing anything else to the plot, and you got the third episode. Now do that 5 more times, except for the ending of the 8th episode being different, and you got your fucking arc. I shit you not, that was the Endless 8. 8 episodes of the same plot and sequences being told. And despite what changes I told you, that being the scenes redrawn and the scripting being slightly altered, it's still the same episode over and over again. This is not an exaggeration. You could skip through any episode. No, wait, you could just watch the last episode, and that would save you plenty of time and patience. If you feel generous enough, watch the first episode, pick any episodes between 2 through 7, just watch one of those, then the last episode. And that would still be good enough. And a lot of people are probably going to hear this point and say, oh, well, maybe you're just not into those Groundhog Day-esque story arcs or episodes. And no, that's not true. I have nothing against Groundhog Day episodes or story arcs at all. Higurashi no Naku ni, or When They Cry, its entire first and second season is based around a Groundhog Day timeline, and I like the series for that. See, the difference between that and Endless 8 alone is even though When They Cry has similar events in each of its arcs, it has enough differences to occur to keep it interesting and keep it different and more watchable, such as focusing on different characters, having other characters die or die differently, etc., etc. If there was enough different events to occur in Endless 8, like if the SOS Brigade played soccer as opposed to going bowling or taking up a different part-time job or something, that would be more passable. But they don't. It's the exact same events. Swimming pool, festival, cicada hunting, bowling, I believe. Here's the insult to injury. During the extra scene they slapped in episodes 2 through 8, where the SOS Brigade minus Haruhi find out they're stuck in a loop, Yuki actually lists off some different events in previous loops, and one of them that they were taking different part-time jobs. And since we're stuck in that scene, now's a good time to explain why the hell our protagonists are stuck in a loop. Get this. Because Haruhi is God, for those who aren't aware with the series, and things cater to her interests without her not really knowing that she is God or aware of her actions, the loop is caused by her feeling completely unsatisfied by her summer vacation. Let that sink in. You know, fuck that time where she blackmailed the computer club. This is the reason why I dislike Haruhi even more. This fucking arc. And yes, there is a point where the main characters know that they are stuck in a time loop. Unfortunately, at the final day of summer vacation, they go back to the beginning of summer vacation with their memories completely wiped. And the writers forget that the audience's memories are completely intact, and therefore seeing a scene where everything is explained 7 times, and the audience already knows by the first time, is pretty fucking annoying. By the way, altogether, they've been in a loop for nearly 595 years. Oh wait, I forget, there is one character that is aware of all the time loops occurring. Yuki Nagato. Sadly, while she could have been a saving grace for this arc, she chooses to do nothing new, to flare it up, because her only function is to observe. Hey, that's what she said. That's her excuse, and now Sadly, Yuki being one of my favorite characters, I like her less now. Hell, during the little cicada hunt, she always catches a different insect until Kion corrects her. And you can see that Yuki, though a very stoic and quiet character with the same expression on her face 24/7, I could actually tell she looked pissed off about this in some scenes without the help of Kion pointing it out. Yuki, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. So that's my 2 cents on Endless 8. It's a pretty big damn waste of time. You really just watch 1 to 3 episodes and get the same or better results out of it. What really surprises me is that I do see some blogs and articles calling it a masterpiece or a work of art. Oh, it's a work of art, alright, but it's not really a good work of art. Why would they say that? Well, I'm going to cite an article that you will see in the description. They claim that it's good because the viewer's insufferable experience is similar to Yuki's and Kion's, thus making the viewers relatable to those characters and making the show more immersive. Well, that's not a terrible point. I don't want to be immersed because I'm being tortured like our characters. It's pretty insufferable and a bad excuse to try. Unfortunately, while I do wish I could play devil's advocate to Endless 8, I'm gonna have to take the side of those who hate the Endless 8. However, I'm not gonna take down the entire season because of this, much less the entire series. Well, outside of Bamboo Rhapsody, the remainder of the series is, well, 5 episodes left, entitled The Sigh of Haruhi Suzumiya. According to plot synopsis, and a little discussion from my friend is, remember that Mikuru movie, first episode I mentioned a while back? Well, this is the SOS Brigade apparently making that movie, and supposedly crazy shit happens. And it may not sound like a good idea for most people, but you know what? After sitting through Endless 8, about 3 hours and 20 minutes worth, I believe, fuck it. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna watch the remaining 5 episodes of this, and I hope I have something positive to say about those remaining episodes. I really do. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the little prelude to the Haruhi Suzumiya review, rant, part 1 review, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't even know what to call it yet. I hope to come out with the rest of the Season 2 discussion soon, and with that, this is Darkscream 217 signing out.